Hey, it's Jessica Whitworth. Welcome back to another episode of Mama Needs a Drink, where we're exploring what's new on the market right now for craft beer, distilleries, cideries, and wineries right here in BC. And today, we're going to be looking at a series of IPAs from Russell Brewing. Russell, located in Surrey, they have an amazing lineup of beer, but today we're going to be focusing specifically on some of their IPAs. We've got 4 to look at today. So the first that I'm going to start with is a session IPA, and this is part of their anniversary series. Only 3.5% alcohol on this, and the IBUs, just at 35. Now, if you're not familiar with what an IBU is, it stands for International Bitterness Units, and what that means, essentially, the higher the IBU number, the more bittering flavor that beer is going to be. So if you are not particularly a fan of hops, and especially bittering hop flavor in a beer, you want to stick to more of those lower IBUs. So this session IPA from Russell Brewing, I'm excited to try it. It's really hard to find decent session ales out there, especially when it comes to an IPA. So excited to open this and give it a shot. Okay, nice light golden color on there. Oh, a beautiful fruity hop smell on this. I love the smell of hops. It's so, so good. So yeah, definitely on the lighter side. You do get some of that bittering hop flavor right up front, but then it smooths out in the back, and it's really just got some nice light fruit notes on it. I'm even getting like a little bit of coconut in the finish. It's really tasty. Awesome. And you can have a can of this session IPA and not having to worry about having too much, because at 3.5%, that's not a lot of alcohol at all. Really nice session IPA from Russell Brewing. Okay, we are gonna move on. This is their East Coast IPA. Now you have different IPAs. You'll hear about East Coast IPAs and West Coast IPAs. East Coast have a tendency to be a little more fruit forward, a little more hazy. The West Coast have more of that like real bittering hop flavor to it. Push that one aside there. This one, just 6% alcohol. I say just, but 6%. IPAs usually hover around that 6% side, and 53 IBUs. So we were 35 on the first one here, and this one 53. So we're definitely moving up. Okay, we've got that same real beautiful golden color on that. Now it's interesting, I don't get as much of the hop smell on this one that I did on the first one. And it's not overly bitter either. You can kind of see, I'm going to show you the color, that the clarity on that, just a little bit hazier than the first one. But the bittering flavor on this IPA is not bad at all. 53 IBUs, it's kind of like just on the cusp of an IPA there. Really easy to drink. I'm not getting like super bitter in the front or in the back. It's just like that nice flavor all the way through. This is actually a really easy drinking IPA. If you're not really a bitter beer fan, but you're interested in trying an IPA, I would definitely go with this one. It is pretty easy to drink. And very tasty. Okay, so now we are gonna get into some bigger IPAs. Now you may have noticed that I have a glass of water here. If you are doing an IPA tasting, or really any beer tasting of its kind, always have some water with you just so you can cleanse the palate between each tasting, because especially with an IPA, the hops in here can be a total palate wrecker. So anything that you taste afterwards can be completely different from what it's intended to taste like. So have a little bit of water. And then we're gonna move into the next two. So this next one here is their IPA A, and this one a bit stronger, 6.5% alcohol in this one. And the IBUs though are much lower, only 23. So I don't think I have ever come across an IPA that has ever had an IBU that low before. And one of the things that Russell does, which I love, in their IPAs, if you look at the back and you're looking at the description of the beer, they include what hops they've used in it, which I find so useful because sometimes, you know, there may be a particular hop in a beer that you don't like. So it's really good to know in advance if that hop is in fact in the beer. I know that some hops I can't actually have because they give me a headache, and that happens sometimes. So it's really good to know what the ingredients are before you get into it. All right, let's look at Russell Brewing's IPA A. Ooh, listen, I didn't even have to pour that one yet. It was rearing and ready to go. All right. A little bit darker in color in this one. Okay, see if I can give you a shot there of what it looks like. A lot darker than the last two that we tried. That's interesting. So the aroma is not strong on the hops at all. Actually, what I'm smelling is almost like, it's almost malty, like an English. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It's almost like an extra special bitter. If you've ever had an ESB before, it's a very typical English ale. That's almost what I'm getting from this, but you're just, the extra hops just kind of elevates it a little bit more. So definitely leaves that stronger flavor in the mouth and a little bit sweet on the finish. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of an elevated ESB. All right, moving on to the big boy here. Okay, this is Russell's double IPA. Yeah, double, which means higher in alcohol for sure. 8% on this one. So this is a share can for me. 43 IBUs, so still keeping it pretty low, because a lot of the times with IPAs, you know, they get up to like 70, 80, 90, and once you start to push like 100, and you can't even taste the beer anymore. All you get is that bittering hop flavor. Some people are into that, some people not. I still like to taste the flavor of the beer, especially if it's got any kind of like fruitiness to it. Okay, we're back to that light golden color. Yeah, again, a little bit of the fruitiness on this, but floral as well because of those hops. Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, that is a great IPA right there. Not overly bitter, little bit of fruit, getting that bitterness now in the back, but that's really what I like from an IPA. This is always what I find with double IPAs, is they're always so good, but so dangerous to drink because they are higher in alcohol. But see, that's the problem. So easy to drink. I mean, I could definitely drink a can of that, no problem. And it would be one can. That is an incredible IPA series from Russell. If you'd like to learn more about Russell Brewing, we're definitely gonna put their website down here for you. And please continue to follow us on Goes to 11. Like this video, please share it with all of your friends. Hit the alert bell there so that you know when the next episode of Mama Needs a Drink is coming up. And please follow me at Mama Sippy Cup on your social media. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.